Good evening, everyone. This is Srikant Rajan. Welcome to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com, the only platform where you learn to invest and trade in the stock market, plan your financial goals, invest in different financial assets like mutual funds, stock, and grow with a community of knowledgeable investors. If you are not a part of the community yet, visit our website MPIinvest.com to join the community free of cost. Coming to the markets today, I am sure all of you would be sitting with a wild grin on your face, isn't it? The portfolios are looking green again. The market has finally had a rally after so many days of continuous fall. What else is needed, isn't it? But can this rally stay? That's the big question for today. Well, let us try to understand. So, looking at the Nifty opened at 15,912 and immediately went into a small selling and went on to touch 15,900. But from there, the rally was amazing. In fact, it went on to touch 16,284, which was almost close to 16,300 at one point of time, but finally settled above 16,250 at 16,259. So, is that a great rally ahead? I would say no. You must be wondering why. Well, I spoke to you about the market yesterday. If you remember, yesterday I told you the mid cap and the small cap sectors were actually up. It was just the Nifty 50 which was down. Why? Majorly because of FII selling. So FII selling had reduced to about 1,700 crores yesterday. So I said, okay, yeah, that was kind of okay. But do we see the FIIs buying today? No. FIIs continued to sell, and the selling was to the tune of 2,192 crores, and DII bought for 2,294 crore. In fact, the buying was slightly high, of course, but then since the major levels were broken, which we have spoken in the last meeting on Sunday, the 16,000 was broken on the higher side, and it actually gave jitters to people who were short in the market, and probably all of them would have run to cover up their positions, and we could see a big short covering rally. So that's exactly what happened in the market. We could say that the market was more of in the oversold condition, and any small news which the market was waiting for, I told you that is enough to spark the market, and that's exactly what blasted Nifty to the level it is in today. Well, are things looking good? Yeah, kind of okay, but things are not looking really well also, because the wholesale price index inflation data did come in, but it came during the market hours, and it has actually gone up from 14.55% in March to 15.08% in April. In fact, this is a 9-year high, but still we could see the market going up because of the technical strength that it had today. But is that okay? Is that enough? We'll have to wait, because if you look at the US market, the US market did behave well yesterday, but then today things are not looking great. In fact, when I'm looking at the US market right now, what I could say is the US markets are kind of flat. Even if you look at the futures are also kind of flat. But what is more important is SGX Nifty is already trading at a gap down. It's down, in fact, slightly. In fact, SGX Nifty is right now at 16,224, which is lower than what closed in Indian market. In fact, it has been on up and down movement. A while back, when I looked at SGX Nifty, it was at 16,100 levels, 170 levels, and now it has come back. So things are still kind of volatile. But of course, looking at US market, again they have also recovered. So earlier when I had looked at it, was kind of going towards negative, but Nasdaq in fact opened with a gap up and continued to go down. So now as we speak, when I look at the market, Nasdaq is actually recovering, and it's at 1.92% plus. S&P 500 is also up by 1.34%, and Dow Jones is also up by 0.75%. So things are kind of looking okay in US right now. Probably this could be a short covering rally there as well, because a lot of people actually would think that this is a great level to start buying good stocks, adding to portfolio like we have done, isn't it? Many of us have done that last week. I am sure all of those members who actually bought some good stocks last week are sitting with amazing profits right now. So along with that also, if you look at members in gold and silver plus club, they are also sitting with amazing profits in the trade, as the losses that they had taken in the previous trade are also kind of looking good right now. So with all these things, when market itself was positive, the WPI inflation data did not make any effect, because the market sentiment throughout was positive. In fact, we could see some of the metal stocks which were really beaten down, like Hindalco, one of our favorites, was up by almost 9% today. Yes, so Hindalco was up, Tata Steel was up. We could also see Tata Steel up by almost 7%. Coal India was up 7.63%. So all those members who joined me in buying Hindalco and Coal India last week should be sitting with a happy profit right now. Right? So that's happening majorly because I told you in the morning that China is considering reopening of its economy from 1st of June. So there is a possibility in the market saying that if China reopens, there are chances the demand for metals also can go up, and that's exactly why we could see most of the metal stocks going up today. Coming to the next major news for the day, it is none other than LIC. Yes, LIC got listed at 872, and from there had a quick rally upwards, but then did not sustain for long. And we could see the policy holders were also kind of in a small loss, but that's okay, I would say, because I also did a foot at door entry at LIC stock today, and I'm sure it's a value for money stock, because I'm sure the valuations are kind of okay and the company is kind of good, and over a longer period of time, nothing to worry about it. Coming to some major reports that came in, the results that came in, DLF reported a result, and in fact they had a decline of 15.1% year on year in the profits, which is not a great news. Similarly, there is a bad news from Indian Oil, where the nation's largest oil firm has reported a 31% year on year decline in net profit. So that's something which was not expected, because if we could see Indian Oil also kind of going up by more than 1% today on expectation of good results. But one good news, of course, some of us have already booked profits in IOC and we are out of it. So I'm sure that many of you would not be bothering about it. But what is more important is Bharti Airtel, which many of us had invested recently, and I am sure you got a great news here, because Bharti Airtel has reported 164%, yes, 164% year on year jump in net profit, touching 2,000 crores. So that's amazing, and we can see the effect of this tomorrow. Bharti Airtel was also kind of flat today, but probably with this we could see the market going up for the Bharti Airtel. But will that happen tomorrow is the question mark, because we don't know. Of late markets have been kind of very crazy, and things are not predictable. But results are good. If at all there's a fall, I would only look at adding more of Bharti Airtel. But otherwise, if there's a rise, of course, it's a great stock to own right now. And tomorrow, I told you, is the next major results coming. The final leg of the major result, I would say, is ITC results. In fact, just before the result, we could see a rally of more than 4% in ITC today. And of course, I'm very happy about it. You know why? I've got my huge holdings in ITC. And yes, I'm not sure whether the results would be great, but one thing I'm sure is I am happy with the kind of appreciation which I received on the stock in the last 6 months. So let us wait for that results tomorrow. Our favorite stock, Tata Power, also was in news, because they have partnered with Hyundai for EV charging infrastructure in India. So if you look at, they have actually been partnering with almost major electric car brands in India to support their EV infrastructure. And with this, we could see Tata Power again going up by 6.4% today. So with all that, market is kind of mixed. Things are mixed, so we don't know. But one thing I'm sure that the market is not going to see a great fall, like I told you in the morning. So even if there's a fall, I'm not expecting it to break 16,000 as of now. Let's see how the market behaves tomorrow. Probably it might even react to the WPI data tomorrow. So that's something that we can watch out. So we will discuss more about the US market and the global markets tomorrow morning to decide how the market would actually look at in the near future. But as of now, it was a great day with great grins on your face. Let me wish you a good night. But before we leave, press the like button if you love the content that we share, and do share this with your friends to help them learn and invest together with us. This is Srikant Rajan signing off until we catch up tomorrow in the morning podcast. Goodbye and good night.